Hey everybody, welcome to Coffee and Bibles episode 5.
Woo.
I am here with my friends Mike Mira from Take Your Seat Brunch.
Yes.
So today we're going to talk about the story behind how we began, and then you guys have been part of the local coffee story, and then also, well, there's a lot of history that we had in this, and you're also pastoring together with me in the church. And our family kind of know each other very well. We vacation together and all of these things. So
Just can't get away, man.
yeah, I know. So I think there's gonna be a lot of topics of conversations that are gonna be overlapping in this. So whether you're interested in coffee or Bibles or you're trying to build your business, I think they're gonna be great resources today. But before anything, I actually brewed you guys some of my special stash.
Wow.
This is Duck Coffee Roasters. They are from Amsterdam
Wow.
in Netherlands. Stumbled upon them when I was vacationing there with my family. And they have been one of my favorite roasters in the
Really?
world.
Wow.
And
In
then
the world?
So
yes,
we gotta visit.
in the world. You guys gotta go with me.
Yes.
And, so this is called a Roomba, which is a Sedama Benza. Is an Ethiopian filtered coffee. We just did a pour over there, and it's tasting like stewed strawberries, apricot, and brown
never
sugar.
Wow.
So you already know that this is gonna be good.
It's a little bit fruity, huh?
By the way, Mira is pregnant, so I'm not gonna give her a lot of coffee.
Just a
Just a
sip.
sip.
But how far along are you?
This week is 15 weeks.
15 weeks.
15 weeks.
And of course, I know your kids, but you have two other older
have two
kids.
other older
How old
kids.
are they?
19 and 16. So
Sure,
this is
yeah.
like a new journey. Like start over.
yeah.
Everybody
Restart.
that's been on my podcast is either pregnant or having kids.
There
It's
you
Sam
go.
from Eden and Clay. They're expecting and they're waiting for their baby to be
The
born.
season of new
there.
birth, bro.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Yeah.
Catch up with us.
Yes.
Oh.
Oh, that's a different episode.
Ooh.
Taste it. Let me know what you think. It is very tea-like as what I usually drink and enjoy.
It's really smooth. It's good.
Yeah. It's very tea-like. It's strawberries. I'm tasting some.
It's very fruity.
Yeah. But it's not as acidic as I thought it was going to be. This is good. It's
Like
very
if
well
I
balanced.
never actually like got into coffee the same way that I've been now, I would think that this would be a fruit tea. Right?
Right.
But coffee obviously can taste like that, you know.
Yeah.
So it's good. I like it. I like it very much. But
It's really good.
yeah, well, tell us a little bit about your story. How did you end up opening a brunch place in the Chino Valley, and what's that all about? And
Man, that saga's long.
yeah. Well, we got 25 minutes, so like, don't take up the whole time, but go crazy.
I'm going to let my wife tell the story first.
Wow, you see that
Because-
segue? I let my wife tell it.
Long story short, since I'm telling the story.
This podcast episode is gonna be really short right
He's
now.
the storyteller, but I think we were serving Jesus, you know, full time,
Yeah.
full heart. I was a stay-home mom.
Mm-hmm.
He's a full timer as well.
Yes.
But we were just raising kids. I think at that time our children were probably 9 and how old was Mika then? Like 13 or 11 or something like that.
Wow.
I forgot. 2018.
And you've been pastoring since when?
Whew.
2005.
5.
It's already almost 20 years.
Yeah.
Wow.
2005. So it's just amazing that as you walk with other people and we're walking with them and they're the ones who have been a blessing to us. So every time we sit down with somebody, it's not just one way. God always
Yeah.
works both ways. And the opportunity came, right?
That is so cool.
Where we have a vision. I always have a dream that one day I'm going to open up a cafe
Yeah.
with my brother. But that dream is
But
so
she started with, I have a dream.
I have a dream.
but it's so far-fetched where when you have a dream so big that you're like,
Yeah.
no, it's just there.
Sure.
And I guess the Lord heard our prayers.
Mm-hmm.
We have the vision to be a blessing to so many people, to church planters, and
But did you have any food background?
I just worked at a restaurant before.
Yes, you did.
Tell them where.
Where did you work?
Panda Express.
Panda Express.
Come on
That's
now.
right. Most of your siblings work at Panda
Yes.
Express.
But my brother, who's a chef.
Yes.
But then every church function and
Yeah.
events, we always cater for the church. We cook, we organize. So I guess even though I don't have a formal education, but the Lord schooled me through the school of
Wow.
life.
So you're doing a lot of hospitality stuff in church
In church. Like
with your brother.
every special events, you'll see me there just running around, setting up food, cleaning up, the events. So I guess that's how the Lord trained
Yeah.
me and my brother. So I love it. Like when we work together, it's just like we don't talk, but we just get things done.
Yeah, it's like cooking mama,
Yes.
watching them in the kitchen.
It's the truth,
Just like
man.
walking around. Yeah.
And thankfully, the Lord also gave my brother Aya, where he moved from culinary school and work in the kitchen, different cuisines.
He was a
and-
chef at Cal Poly.
And he was a kitchen manager at Kapali.
Kitchen manager.
So he managed the people already and he can scale. So even though without the plan, and the opportunity came where it felt like God is just saying, here you go, take it.
Wow.
And I'm just like, we were blown away by the opportunity because I'm like, who would have done this,
So wait, let me get it straight. So you had a dream in your heart.
Yes.
But you never actually planned like, okay, we're
No.
gonna have like a restaurant.
No.
We're gonna save up or like get a loan and da 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 da. It just because you had the experience of hospitality at church and then an opportunity came your way.
Yes.
Yeah.
And at
That
that
is so
time,
cool.
we were really just serving Jesus.
Wow.
It was just all about walking with other ladies, raising the children, volunteering at school, and just being faithful with what that season God was entrusting to us.
Yeah.
So
Wow.
and then it just came.
Yeah. 6 cafes later.
6 cafes later.
If you don't know, Take
Yeah.
Your Seat is one of the Inland Empire original business idea that came out of the IE. Usually people go to OC or LA because everyone's, going to that because they're cool. But we're also cool in different ways.
now.
And so people are
didn't-
driving to the IE to get, what's your
Listen.
specialty?
Listen, there's old cool and there's new cool.
We're the new cool, new kids. But what's your specialty and why people come to Take Your Seat?
I think people come because of several reasons. Obviously, in the Inland Empire, there's not too many. Now it's a growing scene.
Yeah.
The brunch gang. And we wanted to introduce something a little different. What you usually see in brunch places are a lot of classic diners,
Yeah.
which is great. We love them. But we wanted to add a little variety since we are of Indonesian heritage.
A lot of people don't know that.
Yeah.
They think that you guys are Filipinos.
Yes.
Our neighbors, our sisters.
Yeah,
they're
they're our cousins. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
We're only about a skip away between islands, and but we love the Asian cuisine as a whole, and so we wanted to essentially do a fusion between American classic and Southeast Asian fusion.
Yeah.
And so you can have your your steak and eggs, your classic American steak and eggs, but right beside it you have the Japanese souffle pancake. You know
That's
what I mean?
that's the number one thing on the menu that people
Exactly
go for,
right. So you can have you can have the creme brulee French toast to die for. It's dangerous. And then right
I'm so
beside
hungry
it,
right now.
I'm telling you, right beside it, you can have belly to belly, which is our take on adobo.
Or braised pork.
Or
if
braised
you're
pork if you're
Taiwanese.
Taiwanese.
Yeah.
Because we have a lot of similar cuisines in the Asian
That's true.
culture, and so what we're doing is we want to present. This is what we eat for breakfast.
Yeah.
We eat
and
rice
so
for
we eat
breakfast.
I think
rice.
it's really cool because people don't think about rice bowls for brunch, but
Right.
like that is a thing for us.
Yeah.
We eat
Yeah.
with rice.
Yeah, Asians
All
eat
three.
rice 3 times a day.
All 3 meals, you know.
Breakfast, lunch, and dinner.
That is so cool, man.
Yeah.
I remember when you guys reached out to me and said, "Hey, I had some questions about coffee," because then you're trying to open a brunch spot and you're like, "Hey, can you help us figure out coffee?" And then it turned into like, you should just
open one.
park your coffee cart inside.
Permanently,
And I was
yeah.
like, wait, what? And so it became like a really cool partnership.
Yep.
We didn't know what we were doing. And I knew that was like your first business
Yes.
in hospitality and
Right.
F&B. And so when we were moving into it, there's a lot of figuring things out. How does
Oh,
this
for sure.
actually work? I still remember the first soft opening day.
It's a mess.
It was like, we didn't have a table system. I just remembered you and your brother in the back, me on the coffee bar,
And I was running around.
and then you were talking with people, and there was a line out of the door, and everyone was just waiting for their food and drinks. And then eventually we figured out a table system where we actually take orders
It
at the
works
table
better.
and
Yeah.
all of
Yeah.
But it requires a lot of learning, right?
Absolutely.
Now you've been doing this for a while. What are like some biggest learning that you've discovered through these couple of years?
I think
Doing
we are
it.
so blessed that we are not doing business alone. We have our mentors.
I agree.
We have our,
Mm-hmm.
all of us. So when it's like the part of the body, right?
Yeah.
Like when we need something, you can always ask somebody, and you're
Mm-hmm.
not, the burden, it's not all on you. So we get to share that burden, and I think that's the one thing that I would encourage anyone to open a business.
That is so cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, we have like a restaurant group type of thing.
Yeah, which is amazing. It's like a family of brands where it feels like we're really working together, accomplishing a very specific vision together. And I love that we get to do it in family settings. And I think that becomes the culture that carries over. So it really depends. I mean, like people open up businesses, obviously the main reason is to make money.
Yeah.
And of course you should.
Yeah.
Because if not, then why are you doing it in the
Exactly.
first place?
Yeah.
So there is no, one of the things that we were learning is like actually that is not less spiritual, right? Because a part of stewardship is handling money.
That's true.
And so not only handling money according to scripture, you got to cultivate it, you got to grow it. That means there needs to be a means of multiplication, and that's why we get into business.
Yeah.
And we were learning real quickly because we're ministry people, and ministry people. The problem with ministry people is
We wanna give everything away. You're like, hey, get-
exactly. Take it.
This- here you go.
Yeah. God bless you. That's how you go broke. And so, God, the God that we serve is a God of abundance. He is very, very generous, but he is also a businessman. He
multiplies.
knows how to cultivate, and
Yeah.
ever since the book of Genesis, he asked man to cultivate the garden. That's not just
Tend
to
to the
tend
garden.
it,
Yeah.
but it's also to grow it, to multiply it. And every time you want to multiply something, there's always a cost. And we had to learn real quickly that yes, the organism aspect of it, the relational aspect of it is important. It's what makes our business unique.
Yeah.
A lot of people, you can throw in the whole like, hey, if you hear you family, great, that's awesome. Love that statement. But sometimes it's not the reality of it.
True.
Because a lot of times those spoken statements are not always the felt experience. So what we want to introduce is the felt experience that we are already living.
That's good.
But also we need to think about the organization side of it.
Yeah.
Right? That means systems. We had to learn systems. We had to learn and build it from the ground up. When the chaos was happening, is because we had no system.
Yeah.
Right? We were confused
Our
about.
first day.
Oh my goodness! And there are people that were angry.
It's a memorable first day. though.
Yeah. I mean, I've dealt
It's
with.
already gone wrong.
Until today.
We have dealt with angry members, but angry customers is a different level.
Oh
bro.
yeah, because they paid.
Oh yeah, bro. It's a different level. You
Angry
know what I mean?
employees.
So, but there was a lot of learning, learning how to be faithful with the small things. And it's not like a get-rich-quick scheme.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? There's a lot of blood, sweat, and tears.
Yes,
I felt like that
correct.
went into this, and we just had to continue to persist, even though there are moments when it felt like, God, I'm just gonna. We just want to give up. I don't know how many times we're like, God, this is too much. This is way more than what we bargained for. But that was a part of the stretching. That was a part of the growing. That was God preparing us for, first with one, but he was preparing us really for the multiples locations. So
I think that's a lot of people probably don't know that part of your story. They thought like,
Everything is.
whoa, like there's 6 locations
Yeah.
and this is amazing. They must be like, they got it all together and it must be really easy. Apparently it just happened and it didn't. It sounds to me like in our story, there's a lot of painful learning.
Yeah.
There's a lot of trial and error.
Yes.
The hospitality industry is
Expensive
not
real
an
estate.
Yeah.
easy place to
Yeah.
like thrive in.
Yeah. Notice you said trial and error, not trial and success.
Yeah, trial and error. There's a lot of errors, right? And I don't know. I find that to be true. I think in the entrepreneurial journey, a lot of people don't tell that story. They're like, okay, it's gonna be awesome. Like you're gonna throw in your money, your time, and sacrifice all of these things, and it's just gonna work until it doesn't.
Yeah.
And I've experienced now closing a business twice, and I gotta tell you, like, it's painful,
It is
and
true.
it is costly.
It
You
is.
know, and so I don't know. Those are really great thoughts and just vulnerable shares that you guys did. Now I want to cross over a little bit to pastoring, because I think there's a crossover between hospitality and creating space for other people. And I think you've been pastoring people longer than you've been running restaurants,
For sure.
correct? And I think pastoring is one of the hardest thing,
If not the hardest thing.
the hardest thing that I've ever done in my life.
Yeah.
Now, you do that while opening restaurants. Number one question I have for you, why? Number two, yeah,
Why is that?
why is that? Why did you choose to do that? And number two, what are your honest thoughts about pastoring that maybe you don't share anywhere else? I'd love for you to just kind of reflect and riff on that for a little bit, both of you.
Okay. You want to go first?
I think for me, ever since the Lord called us to be pastors, I've always struggled in the beginning. I'm like, God, that's the last thing I want to do, to become a pastor's wife.
No, that's a different
That's
category.
What an honor. What a
I'm like,
privilege.
Lord, I know it's supposed to be an honor, but I felt like such a big weight on my shoulders.
This is just gonna be like honest conversation,
Yes.
right?
Real talk,
Yeah.
y'all.
real,
Absolutely.
real talk.
Absolutely.
And I think it took me a few years to kind of accept. And at that time, I was still struggling with my identity in Christ, right? Still walking with Jesus, but still have that, like, who am I? I'm not worthy.
You started pastoring really young.
Yes.
You
I
had
was
kids, pastoring,
everything
married.
all at once. Yeah, all
I
together.
started renting a room in your house.
Yeah.
I mean, I've seen it all. Like you guys started really young into
Yeah.
the ministry.
And that was really tough. But I think for me, what made it all like, yes, Lord, I'm accepting this calling, was when I found home. And that's when we had our cell group at that time. It was Crossroads.
Yeah.
We had it at NCF
Literally.
at that time.
Yeah, Neighborhood Christian
You
Fellowship.
know, and I found an inner circle of group of ladies that just accepted me, loved on me, and I think that's when the Lord
Yeah.
started healing who I was as a person.
Yeah.
And in return, I didn't have to put like, this is me as a pastor's wife. You know,
Yeah.
I need to be perfect. I need to be this, or comparing myself to other pastors' wife, like your mom. You know, whenever
Yeah.
I see your mom,
Yeah.
like she's such
My mom
like,
is a pastor's
the
wife.
iconic pastor's wife, but
With the big hair too, bro. It's amazing.
It's the
Yeah,
90s.
dude.
but I think the Lord was telling me, hey, you don't have to be anyone else.
Yeah.
I called you to be you, and
That's so
just-
good.
Just serve, you know. And I think that was a healing journey for me, and just, you know, and then start walking with ladies, and just, you know, even walking with ladies, it's like we are on the same boat. I'm nowhere
Above you.
above you, and we're all following Jesus. And I think just knowing that truth really, like, you know, that yes,
Releases
Lord,
you for the
we're
burden.
following you. I'm learning as much as you are, and I think that's what
so good.
created that.
That's such a gift. I don't think a lot of pastors have that space. When they said yes, they feel like they have to wear Saul's armor and show up in a like, yeah, I got this because my job depends on this. This is a
Yeah.
career as much as it is a calling. And so you're wearing different hats. And so you have to show up in a space where like, I got it all together. And I've seen pastor friends just kind of crumbled
Yeah.
under the pressure because they don't have those spaces that you're saying where you get accepted and you can
Yeah.
be honest and all of those
Right.
things.
But it can also be like a family culture that you grew up with where you cannot separate your worth from your work, because we all carry some kind of performance conversation inside of us,
Yeah.
where we're trying to prove our worth. For my wife, it was this arena of relationship that was really, I think, needful for her. For me, I kind of grew up always having people. I was always the center of attention. I was a class clown. I was always surrounded by beautiful creatures. And so, but of course, the most beautiful one is over here.
Yes.
And I felt like there's much of my relationship that was performative. And even after I accepted Jesus, there are things that translates over well. I know how to connect with people. I know how to navigate a room. I know how to use the influence that God has given me. But I don't always know how to be.
Wow.
I have to be the spiritual leader. I have to learn how to be a husband. I had to learn to be a father, all at the same time, while not even knowing how to be a son first.
That's so good.
And that was a heavy learning for me, because that is a recipe for burnout. When I do not know how to tap into my core identity. And the first thing that Jesus ever hear from his Father during his coronation, if you will, and saying that my son is ready to continue the family business. This is my beloved son in whom I am well pleased. But in my case, I've never heard that even from my own father. So it was a hard learning. Now running this organization, leading this community as a father, I had no idea how to be a son. And so there seems to be a gap and a dissonance within my soul. And that was the hardest learning that I ever had to go through in my life. And then we have an international son from Indonesia that moved into our house.
I moved into their house.
A month after we got married.
A month after you got married. I saw both of your kids born in the hospital. I mean, I was 16.
Yeah,
that was crazy.
That was crazy. And you used to be a rock star too, so it's
we're not gonna talk about that, but
bro,
yes,
you got to see the long hair and everything. Oh my gosh, the Leo mane was real, y'all. I'm just saying.
That was past life, guys. Past life. Yeah.
But yeah, that's, if you ask, that would probably be some of the greatest learning how to be a son, and then learning to grow to be a father. And I think what's amazing is, like, I'm glad that we got to the point where we became friends. And I think that is one of the most valuable relationships in my life, where I don't have to perform. I can just be me and be accepted, exactly what she's saying.
Yeah.
And it's not coming from a performance, but purely like, hey, this is what intimacy feels like. This is what it feels like to be in a relationship that you're not judged in. And you don't have to be anyone else other than you. And it's very healing. I think that's one of the most valuable learning. And it carries over later on when we got into business, because what is the tendency in business? You got to perform.
Yeah.
Right?
That's true.
And so,
it's not different.
And it's not different. So, like, I feel like this whole identity conversation is something that is most needful, because as you enter into business, the reason why people mostly enter into business is to prove who they are. It's not coming from this. I'm so secure with who I am.
Like, this is a gift.
Yeah, no, that's not. Most
this
people don't
business
come
is
from
a
that. Even though this business is good, but most people don't come from that.
Right.
Most people come from, like, I need to prove myself. I cannot be successful
true.
until I show myself to be a certain way, and that goes both in ministry, but also business, and it's the most exhausting thing.
Do you do some business coaching or something? Just in
Just
case.
a little bit.
If anybody wants to apply, it sounds like this is gonna be an opportunity. But you do have a book coming out.
I do have a book coming out. Yes, sir.
What is it called?
So it's called About Face.
I think what you've been talking about is kind of in the book.
Yes.
And so stay tuned for that. That'll be like a really cool resource for you to kind of step into whatever it is, pastoring or business owner and all that good stuff.
We'll let you know when it comes out.
Yeah. Stay tuned. I was thinking about this reflection as you guys were talking, that a lot of pastors or church leaders are usually boxed into a certain type of way.
Yeah.
Either they just write books or preach sermons or lead organization, and that's all the imagination
Yeah, yeah.
that we have for it. However, I feel the freedom. I was talking to a mentor, and I describe myself in front of him as a Swiss Army knife. I feel like, I don't know if I have like a specialty. I feel like I do so many things, and I felt kind of guilty about it. I was expressing to him, I kind of feel guilty about it, and she said, you need to make peace with how God made you, because that's where God wants
so
to like bless it there. And so I'm hearing, as you're reflecting on all of these learning experiences, is that there is actually a freedom as pastors or church leaders to find your shape, even if you are more on the marketplace, or even if you're raising small kids, or even if you're a business owner, or I don't know, a poet, something else, playing a band.
Yes.
Philosopher.
Philosopher. That you can be those and still shepherd other people and
Absolutely.
create spaces for other people.
Absolutely.
So I think that's my takeaway.
Yeah. I mean, I think it's freeing to know that God's gift for you, it's not boxed in only in ministry.
Yeah.
But even as we're having a business, that's ministry to us.
That
like,
is.
there's still people.
Yes.
The only thing you can bring to when we see Jesus is people.
That's right.
You know, and God will say, what have you done with the gifts I've given you?
So good.
In the stewardship with people. So wherever we are, it's ministry. It's not like this is church and this is business. It's together.
Wow.
And I think that's the beauty. Even raising children.
Yes.
That's the biggest calling a mom and a dad could have. So it's just loving it.
So moms, even if you don't own a business or you don't lead a church, if you
Yes.
raise your children,
In the way
that
of the
is
Lord.
enough for
Yes.
Jesus. That's such a good word.
Because you're stewarding what God has given you.
Yeah.
And in that season, if you have a newborn, that's it. You are pouring your life into this beautiful
Yeah.
baby and, you know, nurturing them. That's,
I love that so
Yeah.
much. I'm going to remind my wife of that
yes.
again.
Your wife is doing great with your children. She's an amazing mom.
Okay.
Yeah. No, I just thought that I think one of the biggest learning that people must also experience is the maturity that comes with learning to discern your season of life. Because sometimes we want to do it all, but maybe it's not the time to do it all. And
So
sometimes
good.
people feel guilty when they miss out on one thing
Yeah.
and then not do everything that you felt like Jesus has called you to do.
Yeah.
Jesus has called you to do all these things, but he not called you to do it all at once. And I feel like when we don't learn the timing, what happens is we either overwork or we underwork.
Wow.
We either overwork or we underwork. If you overwork, you'll burn out. If you underwork, you'll feel unsatisfied.
So true.
Right? Or there's this great discontent inside of you, and it comes from a place of you feel like I'm missing something. I'm missing something. And then you do that long enough, you get frustrated, and you get frustrated long enough, you end up becoming either numb or you end up overperforming.
Wow.
So, and that's what happened. And trust, I say this because that's what we've experienced. So understanding the season of life is going to be one of the most important things that people need to learn.
Man, thanks for sharing that.
Yeah.
That is so good. If people want to find your work, where should they go for both of you?
Well,
Where do you hang around in the internet space?
Yeah, we do some coaching videos, especially.
You do?
Yeah. You know, we do something daily. I do something daily, and my wife pops in every once in a while with her
Yes.
beautiful face.
What's your tag?
It's essentially M Obaja.
Okay. We'll put it in.
Yeah, at Instagram. It's like,
Yes.
right
There
there.
you go.
It'll be there. But we do some coaching there. Of course, when the book comes out, we're
Yeah.
going to probably do some classes in coaching concerning that. But we're excited to be able to launch a lot of cool things that God is opening for us this season. There's a podcast coming out.
Yes.
So you'll be there too. You'll be
Yes,
there.
I will be.
So,
Yeah.
we're
Or just
excited
go
for
to
that.
Abalev Church.
Yeah.
And
You'll
then
see-
you'll
you'll see them
see all of us.
Yeah.
We're gonna be there.
Or take your seat because you'll see all of us there.
There you
too.
go.
Which location?
There's a lot. So there's a lot of different locations. There's 5 now?
Yeah,
5, 6?
Yeah. We can play hide and seek. You could try to find us in different locations.
Yes. So go to takeyourseatbrunch.com.
TakeYourSeat.com.
Takeyourseat.com. All right. And then you can see all of the locations. Reach out if you have any questions you want to learn or get coaching or whatever that you want to do. Hey, it's been fun hanging out on this long form content. We will see you in the next episode. God bless you. Grace and peace.